Chapter 14. Friends of the Rainforest. As we walk through the magical rainforest, bird calls fill the air. There are hundreds of birds to be found here. But we are looking for a special group of friends, the hornbills. We wait for them beside the fig tree. We hear they are always on time. As they come, they sound like the roar of a small aeroplane. Hornbills do not have off-lining feathers under their wings like other birds. So when they fly, the wind rushes through their wings with a loud whoosh. As they land, there is a lot of croaking and barking. There are 54 different types of hornbills in the world. Most of these live in rainforests. They are large and colorful. The Great Indian Hornbill has a golden yellow beak and a helmet on top of its black face. Soft white feathers decorate the neck and wing tips. A black band on a white tail completes its outfit. Males and females look alike. But females are usually smaller with white eyes while the male's eyes are bright red. All hornbills have throat pouches in which they carry fruit. This way, they do not have to make several trips to collect food. Hornbills stay with one partner for their whole life. They do not usually build nests but find holes in trees and build nurseries in them. Mother hornbills shut themselves in these holes to lay eggs and keep their babies safe. Father hornbills fly around and bring food for the family. At other times, hornbills make their beds on the top branches of tall trees. Up to 6 birds often huddle together on one branch, like a happy family. Hornbills are extremely clever and always pick lone trees at the edge of forests. From there, they can spot danger and can escape if a hunter comes along. At dawn, they fly off again to feed inside the forest. Crunching and munching with glee, they gobble their favorite food, figs. Besides fruit, hornbills also feed on smaller reptiles and eggs from other birds' nests. Hornbills swallow their fruit whole, digesting the fleshy part in their stomach and spitting out the seeds through their beak. We can easily spot a hornbill's nesting tree by the pile of seeds under it. For many rats who come looking for food at night, these seeds are a treat. This tells us how plants and animals in the rainforest depend on each other for food. Nothing in the rainforest is ever wasted. Almost everything that falls on the ground is used. Hornbills are the natural farmers of the forest. They travel long distances, moving from one fruit tree to the next. As they fly, they leave seeds and droppings all over the place. They help the trees in this way. They spread seeds across the forest, allowing new plants to grow. So the trees look forward to their visits. Hornbills also need these trees to live and feed on. Sadly, these are the same trees that are cut down to create space for human homes and fields. With rainforests dying out, hornbills feel really threatened. Many hornbills are also killed for their beautiful beaks and feathers or are trapped to be kept as pets. With such growing problems, hornbills are already an endangered species. We must act now to stop hornbills and rainforests from disappearing forever. New words: lining, layer. Croaking, making a soft low sound like a frog. Outfit, a set of clothes. Nurseries, places where babies are taken care of. Huddle, gather closely together. Lone, single, far away from the others. Dawn, the time when the sun is about to rise. Glee, joy. Gobble, eat very fast. Figs, soft sweet fruits that are full of small seeds. Reptiles, cold-blooded animals like snakes and lizards that lay eggs. Digesting, breaking down food in the stomach so that the body can use it. Natural, a part of nature. Look forward to, hope for something or someone. Threatened, in danger. Endangered species, a group of animals which are few in number and face the danger of dying out altogether. Understanding the lesson. A. State if the following sentences are true or false. 1. There are 57 different types of hornbills in the world. 2. Hornbills stay with one partner for their whole life. 3. Up to 6 birds often huddle together on one branch, like a happy family. 4. Plants and animals in the rainforest depend on each other for food. 5. Hornbills are the natural farmers of the forest. B. Complete the sentences with the words from the lesson. 1. As they land, the hornbills start and 2. Hornbills fly around and bring food for the family. 3. Hornbills have a golden yellow and on top of their black face. 4. Hornbills carry in there so they do not have to make several trips to collect food. C. Answer the following questions. 1. What sound do the hornbills make as they fly through the air? Why do they make this sound? 2. Where do hornbills give birth to their babies? How do they look after these babies? 3. How do hornbills protect themselves from their enemies? 4. How do hornbills help other creatures and plants of the rainforest? 5. Why are hornbills becoming an endangered species? Vocabulary Zone. Match each vocabulary word on the left with the definition on the right. 1. Board. 2. Agency. 3. Sedan. 4. Buttercup. 5. Train. 6. Responsibility. 7. Nibbles. 8. Combination. Grammar fun. A sentence is made up of words. When we look at various words, we find that they can be placed in 8 different classes. These classes are known as parts of speech. The 8 parts of speech are noun, adjective, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Look at the following sentences. At the following sentences. 1. The baby is growling. The word baby is the name of a person. 2. The lion is roaring. The word lion is the name of an animal. 3. The peacock is dancing. The word peacock is the name of a bird. 4. The Taj Mahal is a beautiful monument. The word Taj Mahal is the name of a place. 5. She has a doll. The word doll is the name of thing. Baby, lion, peacock, Taj Mahal and doll are naming words. Naming words are called nouns. Underline the nouns in the following sentences. 1. Mumbai is a big city. 2. Add 1 lemon to this glass of water. 3. I bought chocolate and candies from the shop. 4. The Times of India is an English newspaper. 5. The thief stole an air fryer and a television from the store. 6. We will visit the zoo tomorrow. 7. Cow gives us milk. 8. Spiders are insects. 9. The Christians go to the church to offer their prayers. 10. The class went for a trip to Shimla. Listening time. Read these sentences. Then listen to a story about a hunter and a deer. As you listen, tick the correct answers. 1. The hunter was taking away the fawn to A. Kill it. B. Keep it at home as a pet. C. Give it back to its mother too. As he was galloping back, the hunter heard A. A gunshot. B. The call of a deer. C. An animal running. 3. When he stopped his horse, the female deer came near and A. Sniffed the fawn. B. Looked at the fawn with big, sad eyes. C. Tore the ropes with its teeth. 4. The image the hunter saw was of A. The deer killing him. B. The fawn dying. C. His children being taken away. 5. In the end, the hunter decided to A. Take home the deer and fawn. B. Free the fawn. C. Shoot the deer. Speak well. Work with a partner. Ask him 4 questions about his favorite storybook, game, cartoon character, movie. Take turns to ask and answer these questions. You. Which cartoon do you like to watch? Partner. I like to watch Tom and Jerry. Write well. Read this speech written by Rasika, a nature club member. She has expressed her thoughts on what should be done for the old neem tree in Nehru Gardens that may be cut down. The neem tree at Nehru Gardens is an important part of our colony. It should not be cut down. It gives passers-by cool shade on hot summer days, and many birds and squirrels have made it their home. We, the young people of the colony, often meet there regularly to make plans. Older people also enjoy sitting on the bench near the tree. Many people use the leaves and twigs to protect their woolen clothes from insects. They can also be used to preserve rice and cereals. It is a beautiful old tree and our colony will not be the same without it. We have to save it. We cannot allow anyone to cut down it. Now, write a short speech in your notebook, expressing your thoughts on how we should behave when we visit a wildlife park. Use these clues for help. Respect the animals and the forest. Remember not to make noise. Be careful not to litter. It is not right to pluck flowers or hurt creatures. It is our duty to make others aware. You may begin this way. When we visit a wildlife park, we must remember that we are going to an area that belongs to someone else. We are visitors there.